All right, good afternoon, outdoorsmen. I am out literally in the middle of nowhere here at Jumper Creek Wildlife Management Area, which is part of a massive state forest here in Florida known as Withlacoochee State Forest. As you can see here, looking around behind me, we are at the end of the road, so to speak, and we're going to go ahead and walk in and see what this fabulous place has to offer. No internet service, so on the back end, I'll tell you where I ended up and the trail that I actually walked. So, great day to be out, and let's get outdoors. All right, everyone, we have officially entered the trail space. As you can see, lots of palmettos here in the near ground. Some pretty tall trees. Can't really tell what they are. I'll have to check on that here in a little bit. We're going to keep on moving and see what we can find. Based on information that I've researched, seems to have a lot of swamp-like locations here. So we're going to see what we can get ourselves into without getting too deep into it. Pretty cool dragonfly. Just landed here next to me. As you walk on this forest floor, it's so interesting how springy the ground is. I mean, like it almost has a rebound to it. Here on the understory, there you can see some ferns where there's light, but it is fairly dense on the overstory. So we're going to just keep on moving and see what other things we can see along the way here. Boy, it would not take long in this place to get yourself lost. All right, folks, I am not one that's easily scared, but being on the other trail that just kind of faded into non-existence is something more that I wanted to tackle here, especially with not having any internet reception. So this one may be a little better marked. We're going to give it a try and see how this one goes. This trail is a little better defined and is also a little better marked. So we're going to go ahead and keep on moving on this one. Let's see how she goes. As you begin to move a little deeper here into the forest, you begin to see some Spanish moss that you weren't seeing early on. So I'm not sure why that is, but it's certainly cool to see. So I'm going to keep right on moving. Hopefully we'll encounter some other really interesting things. It's interesting as you walk along how you can hear the rustling in the underbrush. If you didn't know that it was anoles scurrying to safety, it definitely would be very unnerving. It's a little hard to tell, but this space looks like it's a feral hog wallowing space, and it looks like it's pretty well starting to dry up at this point, but definitely there are footprints in there and sign that the pigs were definitely around there. There's a super cool dragonfly. Interesting how you can essentially see right through his wings. That is so cool. I'm going to try to move around him, but I'm sure he will fly. He gave me another chance. There he is looking at the backside of him. Thank you, Mr. Dragonfly. I very much appreciate being able to show people how beautiful you are. It's interesting that there don't appear to be any cypress trees in here that I can obviously see, but there definitely are the cypress knees. Not sure what's causing them. Have to do some research and I'll report back. It's really quite incredible how big this single frond is that makes up this single palmetto leaf. Probably over 100 individual little leaves that come together that I could stand underneath here and probably stay fairly dry. Really neat to see. It's cool to experience these first with you. It's interesting how truly little space you have to walk. And although when you are down close to the ground, it's fairly open. As you can see, looking off into the understory, especially in places where there's sun, it is very dimly lit and it's very, very dense understory. Well, it's not often you see them this close to the ground. There is a super cool epiphyte. Interesting, looks like that one has been munched on. And there's another one right there. This tree at one point was standing and has fallen. So it's really neat to see them up close. You don't often get to do that. Although they're definitely a little difficult to see here in the camera. There in the center is, and over there's another one. There is another one. And there's another. It's hard to tell if they're pig or if they're deer tracks. There's another one. You can definitely see they were walking through here. There are some more. So I'm not sure if it's pigs or deer, but there was definitely something that uses this trail that is hooved, unless it's some funky looking humans. All right, everyone, wrapping up today's visit of Jumper Creek Wildlife Management Area. Super cool place. It is definitely remote. Didn't have as much time as I would have liked. The one path I found was definitely way better marked than the other. But all in all, I think it would be a cool place to try to get out, learn more about, maybe even do some hunting on here at some point. I definitely believe there are either feral hogs or deer on here based on the footprints that I've seen. And Jumper Creek, I would also like to try to float sometime. So I hope you enjoyed it today, and until next time, get outdoors.